Something, guys. Something, guys. So, league where we host Tottenham Hotspur in the North London derby. Yeah. Now, obviously, we all know that there was a potential of another North London derby this season, that being the EFL Cup final, and there was a possibility in the FA Cup as well. Had Arsenal had done their job against Manchester United, and say if we went through the next round after that, and Spurs get through their next round, you never know. There could have been multiple North London derbies this season, but one particular club is not good enough to make that happen. So we have a match preview. The camera was off because my connection's bad where I'm parked. I'm up in Scotland at the moment, so I might have to take this camera off because the connection just drops. But we've got an North London derby. Hosting Spurs, which is a game that I'm not looking at to say, oh, Arsenal, you have to do something now. Nope. I ain't doing that. You know what I mean? Because I'm tired of these man now. Right? I'm tired of these man. Because what I do know, what I do know for certain is that should Arsenal win this North London derby like I think we will, right? Everything's forgiven. Especially if Kai Havertz scores. What's that stupid song? Waka waka, eh, 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again. That bullshit. That's gonna get sung. Should Kai Havertz score in this game, which I think he will, because it's very us and it's very Tottenham, right? See, for me, if Tottenham beats tomorrow night, in my opinion, they're doing a favor. Why do I say this? I know some of you might be out here thinking, what? He's going to play. I don't know if it played. But you're going to be thinking, this is how you're going to think. Oh, no, my connection's bad. I can play my clips. Anyways, my connection's that bad. I can't play my clips in here. But you are going to be thinking all sorts of me. But why do I say that the North London derby loss would be Spurs doing Arsenal favour? Well, because it accelerates Arteta's exit of this club. Because not even the toxic positives would have it. Yeah. In fact, I was gonna add in my title, Road to Arteta's exit. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna name it. Road to Arteta's exit. Because should we not win tomorrow night, we know that that's coming closer, and like I said, I'll take it because nothing else is gonna work. If we finish second, all is forgiven anyway. You know what I mean? He's not gonna win the Premier League, and he's damn sure not gonna win the Champions League, right? And if anything, right? If Arteta, you see, the thing is, I've said from the beginning, right? If Arteta just wins me one trophy in the season, I still want him gone. I still want him gone. After the nearly the 2 times we nearly won the league and everything like that, you didn't even give us cups in the meantime. So no, a double for me, right? So Arteta has to do the impossible basically with what he's got and his ability. He will have to do the impossible for me to back him. Because if he wins the league, I'm still not backing him. I'm saying go. Because you know what will happen? Look what happened when he won the FA Cup. What did he do since in the FA Cup? We won 2 games, yeah? We won 2 games in the FA Cup since he won it. I don't recall Arsenal ever being that bad in the FA Cup. You know what I mean? I don't recall us being that bad. But that's where we are now. Since he won it, that's what happened. So imagine if say he won the league, he's obviously going to stay in there. So say if he won the league, right? We'd probably the drop off will probably be even worse. Or if he won the Champions League, the drop off will probably be even worse. You know what I mean? Because he couldn't follow up winning an FA Cup, fam. He couldn't follow that up. So do you think he's going to follow up winning the league title or the Champions League? Do you think he's going to follow up from that? You know what I mean? It's only if he wins both. I'll say to him, look, I'm going to give you another season. You gave me those two big trophies like that. You can stay. But I know he's not going to do that. So you ain't going to see me backing Arteta. Gabriel Jesus has done his ACL. So yeah, he's fucked. But this manager has a track record, doesn't he? Rushing players back from injury because he's a shit manager. That's what shit managers do. But anyways, I know I went on a rant just then. But yeah, let's get into the preview and then I'll probably rant a little bit more. Yeah. So tomorrow night, 15th January, 2025, 8 o'clock kickoff, Emirates Stadium, Arsenal versus Tottenham. The fifth of Arsenal's 9 competitive matches to take place in January will surely be the most important of the lot. The 211th instalment of the North London Derby is another vital opportunity to remain within striking distance of league leaders Liverpool, who are actually playing at 8 o'clock tonight, whilst also heaping more misery on fierce rivals Tottenham. The 16-point gap between the two sides is just as compelling as the recent head-to-head history, which has seen Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta win 6 of his last 8 clashes with Spurs, drawing 1 and losing 1. Arsenal remain the only Premier League club yet to lose at home this season, 1-6, drawn 3, following their 1-0 win over Ipswich at the end of 2024. Although they did lose at home to Manchester United at the weekend as they were dumped out of the FA Cup on penalties, again highlighting some attacking limitations, yet with 4 consecutive Premier League clean sheets on home soil, 1-3, drawn 1, they are well placed to continue an unbeaten run at home to Spurs in this competition that spans more than a decade. 1-8, drew 5. Especially as they already have a psychological advantage of winning the reverse fixture 1-0. Tottenham continue at least attempt to pursue success in every competition, illustrated by their wins in both EFL and FA Cups since losing 2-1 at home to Newcastle in their last Premier League outing. Things are beginning to look a little bit more positive for manager Ange Postecoglou, who is hopeful that Richarlison will make his long-awaited return here despite the boss's intent to be really careful with his recovery. Well, at least Spurs have a manager who that's looking at it like in that kind of sense. At least he is looking at the situation and like, I'm going to be careful with Richarlison. It's a pity we don't have a manager like that, innit? No. Needing 120 minutes to win away to non-league Tamworth in the FA Cup action Sunday on artificial pitch certainly wouldn't have helped fatigue, despite Postecoglou insisting otherwise. The 0-0 90-minute scoreline against such lowly opponents certainly won't instill confidence in a side that have won just 2 of their last 8 competitive away games against top-flight opposition. Drawn 1, lost 5. In addition to the aforementioned draw at Emirates. So Arsenal, obviously, again, we haven't won 5 games on the spin this season yet. And neither Spurs. So players who will not play for us is Gabriel Jesus. There's a spelling error on that. They've put Gabri and put an exclamation mark at the end instead of Gabriel. Wanyere, Saka, Tomiyasu, and Ben White will not play. Questionable is Calafiori with a muscle injury and Timber with a thigh injury. What I'm saying, bin them both at this point. Bin them to the point where the hell's this? been them both to the point of where both see the bench. That's what I say. So that they both see the bench. I just take some. Right, hold on, just a minute. Right. So yeah, right. Oh yeah, here we are. So Spurs, they've still got quite a few injuries. They've still got quite a few injuries. But you know what? They needed a keeper and they went out and got one, didn't they? There's a potential of us seeing Spurs win a trophy on our head top, fam. Imagine if Spurs win the EFL Cup. Who knows? Postecoglou might take Spurs to an FA Cup final at the same time. You know what I mean? And that would be yet another club that has seen 2 cup finals in a season. It's not impossible. So Arsenal have won 2 of the last 5 games in all competitions, losing 2, one of them being on penalties, and drawing the other. Where Spurs have won 2 of the last 5, losing 2, drawing 1, winning 2. So the last 5 against Spurs sees Arsenal win 1, 2, 3, 4 of the last 5, drawing 1. And that was the 2-2 draw last time we played Spurs at the Emirates Stadium, which was Ange Postecoglou's first visit at the Emirates. So he's unbeaten at Emirates as it stands. Yeah. So obviously the last time we won 1-0. Before that, we won 3-2. Before that, we drew 2-2. Before that, we won 2-0. And before that, we won 3-1. The last time Spurs beat us was 3-0 in 2022. And was that the one where it could have been a 2021 actually, where Arteta sent Partey to run down when they're on the counter attack. Let me have a look. No, I won that one. It wasn't the 3-0 loss there. It was it would have been the 2020 when we lost 2-0. I think it was that one where, yeah, it was that one. Danny Ceballos came on for Partey as Kane scored a 90 plus on 45 plus 1. Yeah. That was in 2020. 6th of December 2020 was when Arteta did that. Arteta, he's here. He's just got a track record of ruining players at this point. So as it stands, as the table stands, Arsenal are sat second. Obviously, Forest and Liverpool play, so it's going to be interesting what happens there. If Forest win, they go above us. If Liverpool win, they peel further away. And if it's a draw, Forest will go above us until we play Spurs tomorrow. Chelsea are winning at the moment, so they're a point behind us as it stands. Tottenham is sat down in 12th. So yeah, my score prediction for this game is I'm going with Arsenal 3, Spurs 1. That's my score prediction for this game. That's what I think will happen. Because it's very us. It'd be very us to beat Spurs after all this. I mean, this is a game that we will turn up for. I can't remember the last time at the Emirates Stadium that we didn't turn up for North London derby. We always turn up for this fixture. But the thing is, I don't want us to beat Spurs. I want them to beat us for the greater good of this club, because it's going to accelerate Arteta's impending exit. Right. The downside of it is the fans that are down there. They're going to have to go through some shit. You know, the Arteta ins versus the outs. But people can say, "Oh, you're a fake fan, man. You can't be saying that." I don't give a fuck. I want this. You lot want this guy gone. I want this guy gone. And what we do know is if he doesn't win tomorrow, right? If he loses tomorrow, we know that exit is going to be accelerating even further. That's what we do know. That's what we do know. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But I expect us to win because, like I said, it's a North London derby at home, right? But the reality is losing what hurt me, right? It won't hurt me under the circumstances. It will not hurt me. Now I'm not here saying I'm going to be supporting Spurs. I'm going to be cheering if the score, whatever. It ain't that kind of party, fam. I'm numb to this shit now. To the point where if I see them score at the Emirates, it ain't gonna move me like that. If I see you score tomorrow, it ain't gonna move me like that because I know that this guy is gonna be staying. Are you friends with Jez? Well, we were never friends, but you know, um I don't have beef with him or anything like that. I mean, obviously there was that little debacle with the, you know, doing reactions or whatever to each other, but you know, I don't have any. Yeah, that's about it. But I'm not beefing with him or anything like that. But as I was saying, if we lose tomorrow, like I said, it's going to accelerate Arteta's exit. And you think I'm going to say no to that? I ain't saying no to that because he's not going to win the league. He's not going to win the Champions League. So what we're doing here? What the hell's going on? I thought this shit was. Hang on a minute. But anyways, have you spoken to the video? No. Well, he's been in my comments on one of my match reactions. It was just comments just like how you are now, kind of thing. Trust the process. Face hasn't started. Nope, not yet. I don't want it to get there. I don't want it. I don't want it to get there. That's the thing. I don't want it to get there. But we beat Spurs like I think we will tomorrow, and Kai Havertz especially scores like I think he will tomorrow. All will be forgiven. All will be forgiven. I got a feeling this is going to be a draw. To be honest, it wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't surprise me. A draw would not surprise me at all. What's going on with this now? This is some suspect. Bloody. Let me get rid of that. But yeah, it's it wouldn't surprise me if this game ends up being a draw. It just wouldn't. And we saw how these men got a draw last season as well. You know what I mean? Us just being, Jorginho not being able to keep the ball at his feet and all that shit. Why do you notice how Zubimendi news drops? Exactly. I was going to mention that actually. Yeah. All this is, it's just smokescreen. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's just been put there. We're not signing Zubimendi. It's not going to happen. It's more Arsenal PR to cover up Arteta. It is. I mean, that guy is protected. This is why I'm the only Arsenal fan saying I want Spurs to beat us tomorrow, because you can't hide from that. Arteta can't hide from that if that happens. You know what I mean? You can't hide from that. We're 1 foot out of the EFL Cup, right? We've been knocked out of the FA Cup to a side that's poor, that's down to 10 men. We had 12 men. We had the ref on our side, yeah, and we still couldn't get over that. Because if these fuckers did the business early on in the season anyway, in the summer, like they should have done, the injuries that we got may not have happened, aka Saka, because we would have had the cover for him. Hence, I was there, right? I was sat here. You all saw me. Those of you who watch my video,
I've seen him do it.
You all heard me say I would take a right forward player, left footed, that can play as a striker, but he's a right winger, over an out and out striker for that cover for Saka. I said that. You all heard
I've seen him do it.
Right? No. This fucker of a manager that we've got obviously thinks Saka can do it all himself. This guy does not have a clue, right? Arteta does not have a clue. The guy does not have a clue, and he'll ruin more players. This is why I want him gone, because he's going to do the same thing. Any player we sign now who's remotely levels, right? Because have you noticed? It's the shit players, right, that are woeful. You never see them get ACL injuries, do you? Nope. And I'm not wishing injuries on anybody. But have you noticed the players that are shit, the players that aren't good enough, never tear an ACL. Never. They're always them kind of players. The kind of players are always available, but their availability does fuck all to benefit this club. You know what I mean? Now, I've obviously got my opinions on Gabriel Jesus, but what we do know is that he can provide something. A fully fit Jesus can provide something. It's just my thing is he alone is not enough. Yeah? Anytime a player is good, that you might have to rely on him or something like that. They're the ones that get the worst injuries. And then the ones that are shit, the ones that will miss shots from a yard out, they're always available. Pretty much. Always. Also, why are Arsenal fans so happy he's joining apparently in the summer 2025, so it doesn't mean anything for this season. You know what this fan base is like, man. Managers come and go, successful or not, but Arsenal name this forever. I want Arsenal to beat Spurs, not for Arteta, for the sake of us, the fans. I get what you're saying. It's just that a game like that, even the most toxic positive fan wouldn't stand for it if we lost tomorrow. But him winning tomorrow, everything will be okay. You know what I mean? We win our next 3 Premier League games, everything's forgotten because we're still in a title race. You know what I mean? A Premier League, we're not going to win. A Champions League, we're not going to win. You know what I mean? I'm at this point. I'm beyond caring about the next few the results for the rest of the season, because he's not going to win the league. He's not going to win the Champions League, right? But what I do know is if he goes on a good run and finishes second, that'll be enough for these clowns, and I ain't having that. I ain't having it. Do you see Bav's reaction to being linked to Zumbende? Nope, I haven't seen it. I've been working all day, to be fair, so I haven't seen too much on YouTube or anything like that. But what I'm going to do anyway is that I'm going to end this stream because I need to sort some things out with this. And 2-0 West Ham. What phase is Graham Potter in, YG? Who's West Ham playing? Who are you playing? Oh, that's why I didn't click it. Who's West Ham playing? I closed my link to the flash score. Let me have a look. Oh, Fulham. Christ. I heard someone on TalkSport say the pork derby or something like that. That's a good one, to be fair. The pork derby. So Fulham will go to West Ham and they're losing 2-0. These same fuckers that fucking got a draw against us. You know what I mean? These same fuckers. Why is the thing gone? Anyways, I'm gonna leave it here. Yeah, so I'm predicting that we'll win 3-1 tomorrow because that's a very Arsenal thing to do. Yeah, like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow the socials. Apologies that the connection was bad, but I was gonna pre-record it, but I knew at least a few of you would come in. So I wanted a chance to rant to viewers live at least. You know what I mean? But yeah, I know you couldn't see my face for most of it, but it is what it is. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one I might do a watch along for the game tomorrow night, actually. I might do, just to get more content up on my channel. So yeah, stay tuned and I'll see you guys for that. Peace.
And if anyone wants to have a come at me,
come and find me. I'm in the car park now.
Because I'm a black belt in karate.
Stop the cap.
Come and have a pop.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.